We're at Cedar Grove in Sunman, Indiana, which is, if I had to guess, maybe 20, 30 minutes west of Cincinnati, right off 74. So we're excited to be here today. This is the number 5 course in the state. Have never been here. It's about 3 hour drive this morning to get over here. Looks pretty cool. Looks like they've done a bunch of fun stuff. I already went around and looked in the property back there, and it just looks nice, and it looks like we're gonna have a good time today. So let's get started. All right, we're gonna play the blues today. Um, Everything is color coded out here. You have the blue tee pad, purple and green, and you actually have all that on this tree right here. So this one is a par 3 148-foot shot. So I was told once we get off of the first hole up here by the house, the tee pads get further away and there's a difference. These here are pretty close together, but that's a hyzer shot, that's a straight shot, and that's an anhyzer shot if you're a right-handed player. So they are a little bit different. Like I said, hole 1 is 148 feet, and it is an island shot. So we're going to throw a pixel. All right, first throw of the day. Definitely didn't have enough on it, but it's probably close. We're going to throw another pixel. Oh my gosh. I drove 3 hours. We're going to throw third shot of the day. Sky God. All right, let's just go see which one's closer. All right, we're walking down the first fairway. This is cool. I've never seen this anywhere else. They've got markers in the fairway to tell you how far away you are from the basket. And if you keep coming up here, I knew it was an island shot, but I didn't know how it was marked. Well, you get down here and it's got bricks all the way around it. Big island. That's pretty cool. Someone's invested some time and money, and that makes this nice. I like this already. This is the only disc I threw that's inbound, so that's the one we're starting with. All right, starting with a birdie. If you look over here, if you don't make the island, here's a little gravel spot with a sign on the, oh, it's 2 gravel spots. So you got a 27-foot drop zone or a 33-foot drop zone, depending on which one you are. Oh, back there's the blue drop zone. So, yeah. So each drop zone's a little further. That is pretty awesome. Look at these signs too. I normally don't do this much explaining at the beginning of a round, but there's your signs to the next tee pad. That's pretty creative. All right, hole 2 is par 3, 232 feet. It's a placement shot right down this gap, and then it turns up to the first tee pad. Going to throw a pixel. We do have a Mando. We need to stay to the left, so just try floating a pixel straight ahead. Actually, that looks perfect. Hole 2, putter. Or I meant shot 2, not hole 2. It's up there. It looks like it's in a circle. Shot 3 is 105 feet. It's up there on the side of that tree. All right, looks close. Birdie. Hole 4 is 375-foot par 3. This is a triple Mando right here. So we're going to hit the Mando, try to hold this insanity straight. Looks good. All right, we went OB over here. Now we're just gonna try to get a buzz to get through here and turn to the left. Skip. All right, we'll take that. All right, 75 feet out. This is for bogey. All right, we're gonna take a double. Double bogey. Hole 5, 326 feet. This is a placement shot also, so I'm just gonna throw a standstill with the Raptor. Oh my gosh. That thing slid around the corner. It looked good. Get down, get down. A little bit further over and I wouldn't have been able to do this. I would have had to go to the drop zone. All right. Bogey. This course might be short, but it's got some challenging shots. Hole 6 is 251 feet around the corner here through a triple Mando. We're gonna throw a balance. Skip. Nice flare skip to the left. Hanging basket. Let's try to throw one in. Oh, it hit metal and missed. Hey. Hole 7, 396 feet. This is a long one. So if you hit that center, got a good chance of getting a birdie or a par. Pretty windy right now. I hit this tree early, so we're gonna have trouble getting up and down for par because it's quite a big valley here and then back up the hill on the other side. Try to throw my insanity up there, but it's a tight shot. Wow, it did not skip. It hit in the dirt and stuck. Taking a bogey. All right, if I take my meter, I'm about right here. Bogey. This is a pretty cool setup though. Hole 8, 236 feet. I throw a rock. Quite a bit of wind right here. It's gonna be a lot of wind left to right. Come back. Felt pretty good. It's got to be close. All right, I'm inside the circle because I see the little pink whiskers, so I'm probably about 30 foot out. Uphill. Hole 9, 296 feet. Down this cool little fairway tunnel. And the basket's back there. It's either hanging or up on something. It's up in the air. That looks pretty good. All right. This one's up in the air quite a bit. I'm not sure what this is. It looks like a wall to protect you from driving on the other side. I do have a lane here, so we're going to try to make this. We can get par left-handed uphill. Hey, we'll take it. Hole 10, par 3, 268 feet. Straight across, just hit the gap. Throw a line drive. Insanity again. I'm having a tree hitting problem today. Let's give a little uphill run. This is a jump putt. It's probably 60 feet out if I had to guess. Oh, right under it. That was close. All right. I got to quit hitting trees so I can get some birdies. Another par. All right, hole 11 is, it's only 205 from the long, but it is, you kind of go uphill and then you drop off downhill quite a bit. And there's two, I don't know, they look like sand bunkers for golf down there around the basket. It's pretty tight land. So we're going to go for it, but hopefully we don't end up OB with the Origin. Once it goes over the hill, you pretty much don't know where you're going. Here's where my drive landed. I don't think it's OB. It's not inside the rocks. So we'll play it from here. Another par. Hole 12 is 164 feet, par 3. It is known as the Heart Hole. There's a Heart Island up there on the hill around the basket. It's also the John 3:16 hole. Being a Christian myself, I think this is pretty cool. Fun little hole. All right. What did I say it was? 164. All right, we're going to throw the Sky God through the right side. Get around. All right, we hit the concrete under the basket and we're getting a birdie. Left-hand putt for birdie. Well, we barely got her in there. I think Jesus helped me a little bit on that one. All right, hole A, 196 foot par 3, Invader. These are so tight and narrow. Oh, right beside the basket. 35 foot back. That's why you don't throw up shots like that. Hole B, 248 foot par 4. This one goes up over this little hill here and then down quite a bit and to the left. I went and looked to see where the basket was before I threw. We're going to throw a destroyer because we need quite a bit of fade out of this disc. I'll go see where it landed. It was on an extreme hyzer. All right. Had a pretty good drive. Now I got this left for eagle. Taking a 2. All right, hole C is par 3, 208. It's up on the right. We're just going to hit the gap up here, and if we have a putt, we do. If not, we'll lay up for par. Somehow we squeaked through all that, but we'll take it. All right. Looks like we're about 75 feet out, so we're going to float a pixel. Taking a par. Nice par. Hole D is a par 3, 248 feet. It's up and to the left, so we're going to throw my buzz through the gap and let it fade over to the left. That looks pretty good. It's real. My second snake this year. Not sure what he is, but he's pretty big. For birdie. All right. Hole 13, 249 feet. It's up on the right, so we're just gonna put a forehand down there and See if we can get close on the approach. Get around it. Oh, that was. All right, can you see the basket up there? All right, unfortunately I hit this tree. I only made it about 100 foot off the tee pad. So it's through. Eagles resistor. Come back. I'd say that's hopefully, if it lays down, I think that's good. 4 par. Ugh. Hole 14 is 211 feet. Not sure where the basket is, but uphill I probably throw my origin about 211 feet. Let's find out. Well, unless you hit a tree. We're up there somewhere by it. All right, see if we can get a birdie around this tree, around that Charlie Brown pine tree. Oh, taking a par. Hole 15 is 249 feet. It's straight through the gap and it fades off to the left. Try throwing a buzz. Oh, it was going so good and it got caught up on a small branch down there. This is a very dangerous putt, but definitely gonna run it. Oh, way too far to the right. Oh, and down the hill. All right, let's save par. Hole 16 is a par 3, 217 feet. Basket's way over there on the right, but we got to go through this Mando first. So this is just a placement shot with the Raptor. We're out there. Get lucky through those trees. Oh, fortunately, I got caught up on this tree. Let's see if we can get around this. Ah, crap. Taking a bogey. That's not my first bogey under 200 feet today. Hole 17 from the Blues is 135 feet. Straight towards the pond in the backyard. And the basket's in the tree. So just gonna be careful not to throw a pixel in the water. I think I might have went long into the water. All right, my tee shot went into the pond, so I took my meter, and now we're gonna try to save my par. Taking a par. Hole 18 is 280 foot par 3 off this cool dock. You got 2 Mando poles over there you got to go between, and I believe the basket I believe on the other side of the pond it drops off and goes downhill quite a bit. So we're just gonna throw a mid-range, throw the origin. We hit the tree right on the other side. We cleared the pond and then hit the first available tree and landed here. So now we're just gonna try to flex the sky god down there. Sit down. That'll be a par. See if we can save our par. Hole 19 is 216 feet. It's back over the pond and towards their house. You got to be careful here. I'm gonna throw a cicada. It is uphill. Yeah, we'll probably fade out to the left of the house anyway, so we should be all right. We hit something over there, and I'm not sure if it was water or something else, so we're gonna throw a provisional just in case. Hole 20, par 3, 134 feet. No, actually 145 feet. You can see it up there right before the building. So we're just going to throw an invader straight and flat. And we hit the only tree up there on the left. Try to end the day with a birdie. Cool. All right, we just finished playing our 24 holes on this course. When we started at the beginning, when we first got here, Josh and his wife Cheryl met us out front, and they were fantastic people. They, told us, we talked about everything. We talked a while. We talked about this course, other courses. They're just extremely friendly. And this course they put together on their property it's fantastic. It is so fun, and they used every bit of property they had, I think, and that's what's cool about it. They still got 24 holes in here with a pond and with some terrain, and everything about this course is cool. I will say this though, probably the best thing about this course might be the signage and the way they have everything color coded. The tee pads, there's 3 tee pads, and they have a either a blue, a green, or a purple stripe on the back of them, so you can match them with the signs. Blue long, purple intermediate, and green is short. And they have signs everywhere pointing to your tee based on color. So everything in here is color coordinated, which makes it so easy to find your way around. And it's just cool looking. I've never seen another course like that before. Also, some of the structures they built in here, the hanging baskets, the walls they've made just out of old trees they've cut down or whatever for mandos, and some of them are just structures so that they protect the person teeing off on the other side of them. They're just cool. They're all, not all of them, but most of them are just natural looking. There are a couple that are made of metal. One of them's made of old road signs or something on hole 3 or 4. That was pretty neat too, but they have all kinds of little figurines sitting around. It's a cute course. It's a fun course. And I thought it'd be short and easy. I was wrong. Maybe from the greens it might have been, but from the blues, I don't know what I scored today, but if I had to guess, I'd say it was maybe even or plus a couple. I'm not sure. But anyway, great time. I do not know what this course is rated on UDisc. I know it's number 5 in the state. I'd say I would rate it probably a 4.75. That's my rating. 4.75. It's a great course. It's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it to everybody at all skill levels. That's one thing that makes this course cool, I think. Anybody at any skill level can play here. For a beginner, might be a little rough because there's a lot of trees, but I promise you'll have fun here and you'll enjoy it. So anyway, I hope you like this video, like this content, and if you do, like and subscribe, because next year we'll have more fun stuff. Thanks for watching.